Ever heard of a pig butchering scam or a DDoS attack so big it could melt your brain? This week's cybersecurity recap has it all. Government showdowns, sneaky malware, and even a dash of App Store shenanigans. Get the scoop before it's too late. Let's start with the threat of the week. Double trouble. Evil Corp and LockBit fall. A consortium of international law enforcement agencies took steps to arrest 4 people and take down 9 servers linked to the LockBit, aka Bitwise Spider, ransomware operation. In tandem, authorities outed a Russian national named Alexander Rezhenkov, who was one of the high-ranking members of the Evil Corp cybercrime group, and also a LockBit affiliate. A total of 16 individuals who were part of Evil Corp have been sanctioned by the UK. Now let's take a look at top news. DOJ and Microsoft seize 100-plus Russian hacker domains. The U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, and Microsoft announced the seizure of 107 internet domains used by a Russian state-sponsored threat actor called Coldriver to orchestrate credential harvesting campaigns targeting NGOs and think tanks that support government employees and military and intelligence officials. Record-breaking 3.8 Tbps DDoS attack. Cloudflare revealed that it thwarted a record-breaking distributed denial of service DDoS attack that peaked at 3.8 terabits per second Tbps and lasted 65 seconds. The attack is part of a broader wave of over 100 hypervolumetric L3 L4 DDoS attacks that have been ongoing since early September 2024, targeting financial services, internet, and telecommunication industries. North Korean hackers deploy new Veil Shell Trojan. A North Korea-linked threat actor called APT-37 has been attributed as behind a stealthy campaign targeting Cambodia and likely other Southeast Asian countries that deliver a previously undocumented backdoor and remote access Trojan, ERAT, called Veil Shell. The malware is suspected to be distributed via spear phishing emails. Fake trading apps on Apple and Google stores. A large-scale fraud campaign leveraged fake trading apps published on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, as well as phishing sites, to defraud victims as part of what's called a pig butchering scam. The campaign has been found to target users across Asia-Pacific, Europe, Middle East, and Africa. In a related development, Gizmodo reported that Truth Social users have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars to pig butchering scams. 700,000 plus DreTech routers vulnerable to remote attacks. As many as 14 security flaws, dubbed Dre Break, have been uncovered in residential and enterprise routers manufactured by DreTech that could be exploited to take over susceptible devices. The vulnerabilities have been patched following responsible disclosure. What is happening around the cyber world? Salt Typhoon breached AT&T, Verizon, and Lumen networks. A Chinese nation-state actor known as Salt Typhoon penetrated the networks of U.S. broadband providers, including AT&T, Verizon, and Lumen, and likely accessed information from systems the federal government uses for court-authorized network wiretapping requests, the Wall Street Journal reported. The hackers appear to have engaged in a vast collection of internet traffic from internet service providers that count businesses large and small, and millions of Americans as their customers. UK and US warn of Iranian spear phishing activity. Cyber actors working on behalf of the Iranian government's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, have targeted individuals with a nexus to Iranian and Middle Eastern affairs to gain unauthorized access to their personal and business accounts using social engineering techniques, either via email or messaging platforms. The actors often attempt to build rapport before soliciting victims to access a document via a hyperlink, which redirects victims to a false email account login page for the purpose of capturing credentials. The agencies said in an advisory, victims may be prompted to input two-factor authentication codes, provide them via a messaging application, or interact with phone notifications to permit access to the cyber actors. NIST NVD backlog crisis, 18,000 plus CVEs unanalyzed. A new analysis has revealed that the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, the U.S. government standards body, has still a long way to go in terms of analyzing newly published CVEs. As of September 24, 2024, 72.4% of CVEs, 18,258 CVEs in the NVD, have yet to be analyzed, Vulncheck said, adding 46.7% of known exploited vulnerabilities, KEVs, remain unanalyzed by the NVD, compared to 50.8% as of May 19, 2024. Major RPKI flaws uncovered in BGP's cryptographic defense. A group of German researchers has found that current implementations of Resource Public Key Infrastructure, RPKI, which was introduced as a way to introduce a cryptographic layer to Border Gateway Protocol, BGP, lack production-grade resilience and are plagued by software vulnerabilities, inconsistent specifications, and operational challenges. These vulnerabilities range from denial of service and authentication bypass to cache poisoning and remote code execution. Telegram's data policy shift pushes cybercriminals to alternative apps. Telegram's recent decision to give users IP addresses and phone numbers to authorities in response to valid legal requests is prompting cybercrime groups to seek other alternatives to the messaging app, including Jabber, Tox, Matrix, Signal, and Session. The Belzirazar DI ransomware gang has declared that it's quitting Telegram, while hacktivist groups like Alahad, Moroccan Cyber Aliens, and RipperSec have expressed an intent to move to Signal and Discord. That said, neither Signal nor Session support bot functionality or APIs like Telegram, nor do they have extensive group messaging capabilities. Jabber and Tox, on the other hand, have already been used by adversaries operating on underground forums. Telegram's expansive global user base still provides extensive reach, which is crucial for cybercriminal activities such as disseminating information, recruiting associates, or selling illicit goods and services, Intel 471 said. Telegram CEO Pavel Durov, however, has downplayed the changes, stating little has changed, and that it has been sharing data with law enforcement since 2018 in response to valid legal requests. Conclusion. This week really showed us that cyber threats can pop up where we least expect them, even in apps and networks we trust. Stay alert and always question what's in front of you. Keep learning, stay curious, and let's outsmart the bad guys together. Until next time, stay safe out there.